We've come a long way from balls that look like this. The reason being that every brand wants a unique look to their ball in hopes that you'll pick theirs over everyone else's. Because let's be real, most people when they buy a ball, they just buy the coolest looking one. And for anyone that says they've never done that, we know you're lying. Enter this ball right here, the high visibility or winter variation of the Puma La Liga match ball designed for extreme meteorological circumstances. Their wording, not mine. Unlike the kind of ugly white version, this reddish pink version of the ball is designed specifically for better visibility during the winter months. In Spain, a country known for their harsh winters. This is a trend that Nike popularized years ago in the Premier League, as they've been the provider of the match ball for quite some time, where they started off with a white ball for the start of the season, and then come the winter months, they introduce a high vis or high visibility version that is easier to see during more severe rain and potentially even snow. Here's a really early example of a high vis Nike match ball, which is yellow in color to contrast against the white snow, which won't be yellow unless, you know. And this is a trend that Nike has stuck with up until now, this being the latest high-vis winter variation of the Premier League match ball, still yellow in color. And of course, all the other brands have since pretty much decided to do the exact same thing. See this? This is the Telstar World Cup ball from 2018, but instead of white, it's orange. They never actually used it, but there was a winter ball variation in case they needed it for some reason. Now, I would think most of you guys watching this video have probably played in some form of harsh weather, and while it might be difficult to see in general, especially if it's raining really hard, I'm not sure that any of you have probably ever thought that it was too hard to see the ball and you needed a bright orange or bright yellow one to make things easier. But these brands have kind of convinced us that this is a good idea, mainly based on the fact that it allows them to make more balls and hopefully sell more as well. And given that Puma has just taken over the match ball rights for La Liga, it would only make sense for them to do exactly the same thing. Unfortunately, they have failed miserably. This high visibility reddish pink Puma match ball was used for one match day weekend in La Liga and never used again, and you'll never guess why. Because nobody could see the ball while it was flying through the air. You heard that correctly. This is a high visibility match ball with poor visibility. This reddish version of the La Liga match ball, where they simply just replaced the white bits with this red color, was so difficult to see as it was flying through the air against the background of the crowd that the league and the players and everyone involved, FIFA included, all decided that it would only be used during that one match day and never again. Once again proving that FIFA approved is simply a money grab on FIFA's part, because what they're actually testing doesn't matter when it comes to the final product. How do you approve a ball that people can't see? And let me be clear here, because as I'm holding the ball in my hands right now, and as you guys see it in the video, obviously it's not hard to see. It's not invisible or anything like that, but flying through the air, especially while it's spinning against the background of what would likely be a kind of dark crowd, I could definitely see why this would be difficult to see in a stadium type of environment. And I guess it was bad enough to where they decided that this was not going to be used anymore and they're just going to stick with the white one. We are going to run a test though. We're going to use this boot wall here, which does feature a bunch of bright colors, kind of like the background of a crowd. And I am going to fling the ball across this background, try to spin it as well, and we'll see which of these very popular and very common match balls are the hardest and easiest to see. So we have the Premier League high vis ball, we have that Telstar winter ball, we of course have the banned La Liga high vis ball, we have the current Champions League ball, and we have the upcoming match ball for Euro 2020. Please keep in mind that the results of these tests may be completely useless. And here comes the one that's supposed to be hard to see. The results are inconclusive, but the ban is real. So at the end of the day, whose fault is this? Puma or FIFA? Well, if you ask me, it's both. Just like pretty much every major sportswear brand, Puma is one of those companies that always talks about how technologically advanced their products are, and that's why you should buy theirs over everyone else's. But somehow they managed to not test the fact that the ball would be difficult to see in the main environment that it was designed to be used in. So I'm not sure how much R&D actually went into this ball, but clearly not very much, which is disappointing considering that this is still a $120 match ball. And I also wanted to quickly clarify why Puma is the match ball supplier for La Liga in the first place, because I think a lot of people just think that the league decided that Puma is better than Nike, the previous match ball supplier, but that's not the case at all. Nike had a contract with La Liga to provide the match ball for X amount of time. That contract came to an end, and Puma simply offered the league more money, so they went with them and then came up with this story of how we picked Puma is not because of money, it's because we wanted to be different than all the other leagues. Well, you're different now, hope you're happy. And then FIFA's role in this just once again proves that the whole FIFA approved system is just a big money grab. For those that don't know, in order to have your ball FIFA approved, you actually have to send the ball to FIFA. They put it through their rigorous testing, and then you pay them a fee to have the FIFA approved stamp on your match ball for every single ball that you produce. So let's keep that in mind as well. Clearly, they don't care about how the ball looks or performs, but the fact that you can't even see the ball in a stadium environment, or at least can't see it well enough for the ball to be used for the rest of the season, is an epic fail. As for the ball itself, it's a decent ball. The quality is okay, but it also retails for $120, so you would expect it to be pretty good. I don't want to say that there's anything horribly wrong with it, but what I will say is I'm not sure that I would pick this over other match balls on offer from major brands like Nike, Adidas, as well as Select. It is, in my opinion, definitely fourth place. You would think that given the circumstances of what I would at least view as an embarrassing situation if I was representing Puma or FIFA, that even though Puma produced a bunch of these balls with this FIFA approved stamp, that because it was banned by the league, they would pull it off the shelves and just scrap the balls entirely, maybe even donate them, but they have not done that at all. You can buy this ball for $120 at your local retailer. So with that said, if you are interested in what I think will surely be a collector's piece in the long run, you can click the little pop-up in the corner of the screen or the first link down below. That's going to take you to the review page on my website where you'll actually find buy it now links to pick this ball up below its normal $120 retail price. And I know what you're thinking, it's probably not that bad. Maybe this is just an overreaction, but think about this one for a second. The 2010 World Cup match ball, the Adidas Jabulani, that free kick specialists absolutely love, but pretty much unanimously across the board, all the players and goalkeepers participating in the 2010 World Cup hated the ball because once you kicked it, it pretty much had a mind of its own. Of course, that was also FIFA approved, and it didn't get banned somehow, but this ball, apparently it's just that hard to see. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. Again, if you're interested in one of these guys for yourself, you can click the first link down below in the description. Any questions, as always, leave it down below in the comments. And of course, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with the little bell notification so you get notified when the next new video goes live. All my social media information is also linked down below. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.